Hello and welcome back once again to product placement. So I've probably fallen a little bit behind again because I had to put things on pause because the next two items I was planning to do I actually saw a little while ago, and in the sequence of when I saw things being released, these would have been next on the list, but I hadn't been back to that store recently to get them. So I did finally get back down there to get them today. So now I can do these two items and then immediately move into the next couple items that I've been sitting on for a little bit because I did actually buy those when they came out of fear that they might disappear before I could get them. So today we're delving into a world we haven't been into in a little bit, and that is back into the world of Pringles. I believe the last Pringles I did was 2023 for the Philly cheesesteak Pringles. So I was at Walmart the other day. I rarely get down by Walmart, but I've been getting down that way a little bit more often. So I was in there walking around looking at stuff, and I just happened to walk through the chip section, and I looked over at Pringles. Is there anything new? Because Walmart, for some reason, is the one who usually carries more limited edition or exclusive kind of flavors versus anywhere else. So I was looking and I saw today's item, and then I said, well, okay, I'll add that to my mental list of things to come back and get later when I have a little bit more money. And as I was turning to leave, I noticed a different can on the shelf, and I said, oh, what is this one? I picked it up, and that one was different as well. So I had two in my mental note to go back and get, which I finally did. So we're doing those today. I was going to do them as one video, but I'm going to put them up as two separate things because they're two unrelated flavors. So why do them as one video when I can put them up as two separate videos and get a little bit more mileage out of it? So today's item, as I said, is a Pringles. And again, I'm not sure if this is a Walmart exclusive flavor, but I haven't seen anywhere else, so I'm going to say that it probably is. But today's item is Everything Bagel Pringles. So when I originally saw this, I was like, is that the last one I did? But the Philly cheesesteak one was still sitting right next to it. So those are still available at Walmart if you did want to go and try those. I saw that one. I was like, no, I believe that was the last one I did. So this one was new. And then I saw the other one as I was leaving. I'm not the biggest fan of everything bagels. I don't know what technically constitutes an everything bagel. I like bagels. Don't necessarily like cream cheese on my bagels. I'm more just a plain bagel kind of guy or a cinnamon raisin bagel kind of guy. But everyone seems to rave about the everything bagels with like a ton of cream cheese on it. It was never really my thing. I actually don't think I've ever actually tried an everything bagel, so I really don't have a frame of reference to compare it to, but we're going to try it and just give my overall thoughts of what I think of Everything Bagel Pringles. So plastic lid off, let's open the wrapper. First, let's give it a smell and see if it smells like bagels at all. Sort of. Mostly getting the smell of the Pringles can and the Pringles, but it does have a little bit more of a bready kind of scent as well, so it's kind of in the realm of bagels. Top one's broken, so I'm going to go down a couple and get the next one. I actually got two here. Does anyone else grab two Pringles or three Pringles at a time, or is it just me? So anyway, let's give it the smell test directly on the chip and see if it smells any more like a bagel or if it just smells like the can. Smells like a Pringles, but there is a hint of something like a chive or something there that I'm getting. Maybe a bit of onion, not really sure. But there's definitely something else other than just plain Pringles. All right, let's take a bite and see what we think of the Everything Bagel Pringles. Cheers. I'm not sure if that's what Everything Bagel tastes like, but if it is, it's kind of interesting. And I think I could possibly like Everything Bagels. So initially I get the saltiness from the chip itself. Then there's like this kind of oniony bit, like I said. But then there's almost like a cheesy undertone, kind of like a Cheez-Its, but not really the Cheez-It itself, just like the powder that's left in the bag after you finish the Cheez-Its, that little dust stuff at the bottom. It's kind of like there's a faint hint of that, so there's a bit of a cheddariness to it. Not really getting any like cream cheese or anything like that. Maybe a little bit of chive, like I said. And then as it mellows out at the end, there's kind of like this little burst of other little flavors. I'm not really sure what they are. Let me try one more of those. So that cheesy flavor I'm kind of getting mixed with the onion does kind of give it like a creaminess, but not like an M&M melting in my mouth kind of chocolate creaminess like I had in some of the other things I've tried recently. Just kind of like an overall, the coating on your tongue kind of feels like you just ate something with a little bit of creaminess to it, but I don't get a cream flavor, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm not really sure what all goes on to an everything bagel, but these have a bit of an onioniness, a bit of a chive, a little bit of a creamy mouth feel, but not a creamy taste, getting a little bit of a cheesy undertone, and again, the salt, pepper, a little bit of breadiness from the chips. So again, can't compare it mentally to an actual everything bagel because I don't think I've ever actually had one, but they're not bad. I do kind of like them. If this is what an everything bagel tastes like, I might actually try an everything bagel. I may actually do that as a product placement too. Just Rev tries an everything bagel, and then I can kind of refer back to this and be like, oh, that tastes like the Everything Bagel Pringles. I don't know. If you guys want to see that, pop it in the comments. Maybe I'll do it. But yeah, not much else to say about it. Has a unique flavor. It kind of reminds me of, what were those Ruffles I did? They're real popular in Canada, where it kind of has like all the different flavorings on it. Is it the all dressed ones I'm thinking of? Is that what they were called? Where it kind of has like barbecue, cheddar cheese, sour cream and onion, so on and so forth. It's kind of along that lines, except not really anything barbecue. So yeah, similar to an all dressed, just minus that tomatoey kind of flavor. No ketchup, no barbecue, no whatever. So yeah, that's my review of it. Not sure what else to say about it other than that. Main reason I'm doing this right now is because I'm making dinner right now and I want some chips to go with it. I don't have any regular potato chips, and I was like, I got 2 cans of Pringles I'm waiting to do videos on. Get the set up. Let's do them, and then I got some chips to go with my dinner tonight. So, with that said, I'm going to go enjoy my dinner now with my Everything Bagel chips. Hopefully they go well with what I made for dinner. But that is going to do it for this episode. Again, as always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Links are in the description. Ring the bell. Make sure you get notifications every time I post new content. And until next time, cheers.